let's get sniffing. Sniffing is what we do. Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of the Fragrantician, where on this channel it's nothing but fragrances. And if you're new here, well, here I am, I'm Gabby, I talk about nothing but fragrances, and basically that's about it. So if you want to carry on looking at me, rambling on about inane stuff to do with fragrances, then you're on the right channel. If not, then you can click off. In addition, we are talking about sampling. Now, I have sampled these fragrances and I've used them up. I've given them full, I was about to say taste wear, then full scent wear, apart from a couple. So let's get into it. Are there duds? Are there stars? You'll just have to wait and see. So this first one I'm going to talk about is by Masque Milano, which is a niche brand, and all of these are niche brands. Yes, I know, all of these are niche brands. Now, Masque Milano is an Italian brand. It's a niche brand. I'm not going to give you all the spiel of whatever, whoever, but this is one of their fragrances, Lost in Alice, and I see here this, well, I don't really know what to say to this, the head notes, the heart notes and the base notes. So in the head notes it says eat me. Well, there we go. Bergamot, ambrette seed, which I do like, clary sage, and too much black pepper. It says these fragrances are kind of worded, it's quite nice. So in the heart notes it says drink me. So we have carrot heart. Is that right? Gosh, let me just, carrot heart, orris concrete, which is from iris, but it's more of the root, English tea, and white roses painted red, it says. Okay, then in the base we've got smell me. So we have Indian sandalwood, broom absolute, fleur de lis, which is a steamed milk accord. Okay, the wording on all of this is so fancy and I'm not swayed by that. So this fragrance, let me tell you, it's an absolute dud. Absolute dud. Now, I like ambrette seed, but I don't get any ambrette seed. All I get in this is a mishmash of orris, which I generally do like, but I don't know what it's blended with, but it just does not sit well with my skin, and a steamed milk accord. I don't know, I'm just not swayed by it. I'm just not swayed by it. I mean, there is a little bit of spiciness there with the black pepper, but I didn't detect any rose in this, and I'm not going to, I've only sprayed literally 2 or 3 sprays of this. I don't want to spray any more because it just is absolutely awful. So that's my not very helpful take, helpful at all, on Fragrantica. It says the ambrette, the black tea and the milk. I like the stars of it according to Fragrantica, but I don't see it at all. This carrot in there, I get that carrot and I hate the smell of carrot. I love the taste of it, I just don't like the smell of it. And also it is quite herbal with the clary sage, and that didn't work for me either. So Lost in Alice, no. Let's pop that to the side. that I tried from Imaginary Authors. I was so in anticipation of wearing it, and that was the Fox in the Flowerbed. New fragrance that was only launched, I think, at the end of last year, or towards the end of last year. So, or is it this year? I don't know. It's a new release in the last 3 or 4 months. So I tried this fragrance, and it's meant to be an indolic jasmine, and I didn't really get the indole that I like. I could smell the jasmine. It was very fresh. It had that alpine air. It had some slight, I quite liked the dry down as it went from that floral to a jasmine to a slightly smoky, slightly honey type of dry down to it. But it felt like it was unfinished. I felt like it needed something more. The only other fragrance that I've sampled from Imaginary Authors is Slow Explosions, and that was a big tick for me. But then it would be because it had saffron, red apple, it had rose, let's face it, those notes gonna gel with me. I thought this jasmine fragrance would gel with me because I love jasmine, and a girl or a guy or whoever can not have enough jasmine fragrances in their collection. So I liked it, but to me it wasn't full bottle worthy. It just lacked a little bit of oomph for me. I wanted a bit more. I'm getting really fussy now. I'm getting really picky, as I'm finding with my fragrances. I wish I had more of an open mind. I try. One is a big love from the get-go. That is Sideshow from Gri Gri, who they're quite are they niche or are they indie anyway? They have about 5 or 6 fragrances in their portfolio. So I got these from Bloom Perfumery, and I wanted to try. I've seen it a lot and I've seen it reviewed, and I thought, yeah, I think it's going to be up my street, and it is. It is a gourmand with some animalic notes. So on Fragranze it says it's sweet leather, ambery, musky, animalic, powdery, fruity and caramel. Well, I don't really get caramel in the fragrance. What I get is this candy floss. I get candy floss, I get some apple, and it's a candy floss with apple intertwined, and it is beautiful. And as it dries down, it's got leather and hyrax, which is that animalic note, and it kind of creeps up on you. It's there, and it's like, there's just something slightly dirty going on, but it's not too dirty. I think, actually, would it be a safe blind buy? No, but if you did sample it, I think it's a good beginner for somebody who wants to test the water into animalics, because for me it's all about this sweet notes, this candy floss, candied apple. It says it's got, I've got an itch going on. It says it's got caramel in. Now, caramel and candy floss, they could have this slight same gourmand taste, but I find it's more sweet. And so it is sweet. So it's that candy floss. It's that, it makes your mouth water when you are chewing on that candy floss, and it's just the sugar. So yeah, and the hyrax and the leather are there, but they're not as prominent as I thought they would be. So I think, well, this was on my skin, so I think this would be a good dip your toes in, good longevity, good sillage. Actually, I forgot to say, the imaginary authors, it had moderate longevity and moderate sillage. This had better longevity and better sillage, better performance. So is it full bottle worthy? Yes, I am going to get a full bottle of that at some point. Next fragrance. There's a bit of a story to this fragrance. I had seen this fragrance reviewed so many times. It's Moth by Zoologist. I was looking at this one. I was also looking at Bee, because I was looking at a really good honey scent. And I was also looking at, I can't remember the other one. Was it Dragonfly or Hummingbird? But anyway, I went for Moth. And I sprayed half of the sample on me because it was only a 1 ml sample. So I thought, I'm not going to, go to real town on it. Actually, it might not have even been half of it. It might have been maybe verging on to half of this 1 ml sample. And I wore it the whole day. I could smell it on me the whole time. Actually, Gri Gri Sideshow, I could smell that on me the whole time. But I could smell this on me the whole time, and there was just something in it that didn't sit with me. Now, there are a huge bunch of notes. We have got saffron, clove, black pepper, cumin, cinnamon, nutmeg and lemon in the top. In the heart, heliotrope, mimosa, iris, jasmine, lily in the heart. And then in the base, rose, honey, smoke, oud, resins, musk, gaiac wood, ambergris, cypriol oil, patchouli and vetiver. It's a monster. It's a strong monster. And I could pick a bit of the honey, but it had something, I can't believe I'm going to say this, had something dirty in it that I just did not like. Now, you think animalics dirty. Well, on my skin they sing and they dance and they shine. But this dirtiness, I don't know if it was the patchouli or the cypriol or clove and cumin. They can sometimes have some of this effect on the skin, but I'm normally okay with clove and cumin as well. So there was just something in that background that just did not sit right with me on my skin, and I really, really wanted to like it. And then, to kind of clinch the deal, at the end of the day, my husband said to me, "Oh, it's you, what are you wearing? You need to go and wash." Exactly, you need to go and wash it off. And when I told him the price, he was quite astounded. So, is it full bottle worthy? No, it just did not work. So, if you think there's a good Zoologist fragrance out there for me, because there must be, then please let me know. The last one that we're going to look at is actually, we're going to look at a couple, and they're from the house of Milano Fragranze, and these ones I got a couple of weeks ago, and out of all of them, two stood out for me, and I think I found the coffee scent, which is Galleria. Game over. This scent, I've got to spray it on. Now, if you're looking for a lovely coffee scent and you're not a coffee lover, this, let me tell you, this, right, so it is powdery from the orris root, and I do love that powderiness. That orris is beautiful. But it has a bit of violet. I think it's like leaf from the violet. Let's have a look at it. It's got coffee, violet leaf, divana, red fruit, citruses. Then in the heart, you've got orris, leather, orange leaf, carrot seeds. I don't really get that. Then the base, patchouli, sandalwood and amber. It's basically this leathery orris with coffee, steamed latte coffee, and it is beautiful. It is like you are sitting outside the Duomo, enjoying the view in Milan, and you're drinking a coffee. And you hear the birds overhead, and you're just enjoying the atmosphere of everything around you. Galleria, which I think, well, it's a place in Milan. All of these are surrounded by places or districts in Milan themselves. But this is beautiful. And the other one that is stunning and is La Prima, and John scented Snowdrops, who ignited my interest from this. Now this, let me tell you, it's beautiful. You feel like there's this fruitiness, which is this Divana. But the jasmine, again, jasmine, orange blossom, what are the notes? Yeah, cardamom and Divana and bergamot in the opening. And then jasmine, orange blossom and osmanthus, which gives it a slightly apricot-y feel to it. And then in the base you've got bourbon, vanilla and musk. Now that adds sweetness to it, but there's meant to be like a fir kind of feel to it as well, and I don't really get that. I just get this fruitiness, this floral, this sweetness of the vanilla, clean musk, and it is breathtaking. It truly is beautiful. This is full bottle worthy. The rest of them did not work for me. I even wanted Brera to work for me, but the dry down on that went to like intense cafe smell, and I just did not like it. I wanted Derby to go on well on me, and that just smelt a mishmash. They were a bit hit and miss, but Galleria for this orris and coffee, and La Prima for this fruity jasmine orange blossom and sweet vanilla. But the sweet vanilla comes as it dries down. It does take you on a journey, this fragrance. It does. The opening is beautiful. The opening from beginning to end is beautiful. Like with Galleria, from beginning to end, the opening is beautiful. I would say Galleria, the sillage on that is okay, not beast. No, I don't want to say beast mode like Lulu says. I want to say goddess mode. We're going with goddess mode. So that has medium goddess mode, whereas this has medium to strong goddess mode. This is not for everybody. This isn't a good blind buy. You need to sample these, and these all came beautifully packaged in a little drawer that you kind of like pulled out with a sleeve, and the notes on it, the presentation was stunning. But this La Prima will be full bottle on my list. Been watching another edition of the Fragrantition. That was just a little bit of sampling that I wanted to do, a little bit of story time, share and tell maybe. I don't normally do a video like this. I might do more videos like this. Comment down below if you'd like to see more like this. Next time I'll see you in the next video. Always remember to leave your house with clean underwear on, because you never know who you're going to meet for the day. See you in the next video.